is an 84 Honda. How dare you?
Dude, I remember I drove an 85 Honda Celica and it died in the middle of Rancho, California in Margarita.
That's what
And I
happened.
was crying.
I drove
behind the wheel.
I drove the 85 Prelude out to freaking Flagstaff. It was like 500 miles or like 400 miles. It was a 7-hour trip with no radio, just an AM radio that sucked. And then
I never would have done
and the car, it was an 85. It had 30,000 miles on it. A 30-year-old car.
What?
Yeah, and then it came down here and it died. That was the car. It wasn't a Celica. It was a Prelude, a Honda Prelude.
I think I had.
Yeah, it died in the middle of the intersection.
Elliot, why don't you pop on over here and sit between me and Tyler?
It's just cold.
There's a jet right here.
Yeah,
There's it right here too.
it'll warm up.
I just want to be able to hear you. It's hot
Are we
now.
starting right this second?
You had beans for dinner, so you're probably gonna.
Oh,
fart a little bit.
we've been going, dude.
Yeah, we're talking. We're live. Mics are hot.
We've been doing.
No, like the bubbles just warmed up over here. You're good. Bubbles. 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 Strawberry jacuzzi. Wow. Blibbity, 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 blibbity.
I'm Grape Nose Boy.
I'm Grape Nose Boy.
Strawberry jacuzzi.
Strawberry Jacuzzi.
Yeah. What a weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of a whirlwind, man. I feel like every minute we've been moving. Like every like thing we've done has been fun and eventful, and it makes you suck. It makes you realize how. I wish I could be like every single day of every moment, just doing nothing but hanging out, having laughs.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
nice. It was a good break.
Yeah.
That's what Andy said when he came over. He was like, "Oh, we're not gonna have one of those again. Like, we're all together.
He's right. Not for a while. Not for a while.
We should throw a party, which are hard to coordinate."
Yeah, and that would ever happen. Like that many people in town, and only weddings and funerals get that kind of attraction.
Yeah, funerals aren't very fun.
They're not. I mean, it depends who you invite. You can get strippers.
And it depends on like,
You put it in your will to have strippers at your wedding
yeah, like it was like
or a funeral.
Nick Swartz, and I think it was like talking about like his funeral want to like swing in, like just his body just swinging in over the crowd. Like, yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Like I think he was like, there goes
That's right.
my hero.
Yeah, God, that'd be the worst.
That would give some like nice therapists in business.
Some people get traumatized
Yeah.
for sure.
What,
I would have a bouncy house.
At your funeral? No. You'd have a bouncy house at your funeral?
Get this before my run,
No kids allowed.
before my run today. My dad was watching the news, and I was like, I haven't watched the news in like forever. And it was the first story was at a kid's party, the bouncy house got lifted like 50 feet in the air and dropped. There's a kid in it, dropped him off on the 395, like the freeway. And like
So the jump house airlifted,
Yeah, like-
floated feet like a quarter of a mile, and set the kid down in the middle of a freeway.
yeah, like it was like yeah, like
Who did that?
I don't know. It
The
was like
wind.
the wind. Yeah, it was like it
Oh,
was,
the wind.
Yeah, it was
Some
the wind.
helicopter came by, latched on us, so you're going for a ride, kid.
And,
Get out of your laugh.
yeah, like it was like I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, this kid's probably having the time of his life. There's in like a floating like air like whatever jumpy. I was like, that'd be so fun. And then, like it showed the kid like he got like rolled across the like street. Like he fell out of it. He was like I blacked out. The kid was like 8.
That's like a scene from Baby's Day Out.
Yeah.
He was like 22.
Like obviously whoever like they could sue that company for not using the stakes in the blow-up package. You stake those things down.
Yeah, I guess like yeah.
It's made of air. It's made of air. They fly away.
And, like the kid like rolled out of it like on the street, but his like face was actually like pretty cut up and like had to go to the hospital and like
Oh my God.
it landed on the 395 and just, I guess a car just nailed it.
Oh no!
Yeah, so like he rolled out before all that. Like it could have been really bad. Like he rolled out before it happened.
He
We're
was in a-
really good. You never
Yeah.
know. That kid could have been like, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, I was like at
Bam.
first I was like, oh, this kid was in a jolly or something. He just took it off. I'd be like, yeah,
No.
let's party.
Where's the 395?
On the freeway,
I don't know.
on the freeway, it's a life-size airbag.
Yeah, it's a huge airbag. It's a car
with
airbag.
a netting, and the mom was like,
I'm guessing the 395 is somewhere in LA.
LA. It's gotta be LA.
yeah, I think it was
somewhere.
LA
That's
because
like a wild
it was
guess.
there was like KTLA 5.
Downey.
Palm Springs.
I
Palm
don't know.
Springs.
But the mom was like, no, I warn
Chula
all families
Vista.
to make sure that the jolly jumps are tied down. Yeah. Oh shit. Like, it's a good
That's what
idea.
the steaks and the package are for.
Yeah, it's like my kids are not prohibited from going into other Jolly Jumps. Like,
When Andy was hammered at the wedding, he was telling the story constantly about how the first time over at our house when you drilled me out of the play set, he was telling everyone it was so embarrassing.
For me, like I'm some demon kid. All you did was sit there and get your ass kicked for looking cute. How was that embarrassing for you?
Because I just didn't like because Andy was drawing attention and it was just embarrassing.
Oh, you don't like it when the eyes are on you?
Or like waiting to go down the aisle and he's like, I got the best bridesmaid. I'm like, Andy, that's so rude.
My sister just texted me. She was like, one of the cartridges I bought when I first got here came with like a lifesaver edible. Like I had it in my bag the other day and I couldn't find it. I was like, oh shit, I think I lost it. And I couldn't find it. And so last night I got back, I like threw the brown bag from the dispo on the ground. And I got way too high and just forgot to throw it away. I woke up, I was like, oh shit, Nicole just texted me. She's like, yeah, I think good chance Buttercup got your lifesaver. She was rummaging through the brown bag downstairs.
Lies. Nicole took it.
No, I found it. I like put it in like in a safe space in my suitcase. I was like, oh thank God. I was like, Buttercup on the edible.
That's something I would do. I'm like, I think the mailman took your edible, and then you sit down and you have like brownie on your chin. Like, oh man, no.
Oh yeah, you just came in.
Oh no, I just heated up a Hunger Man, and I just ate the brownie out of the Hunger Man. I got a little Hunger
There's
Man.
so many times I'd come home in high school and I'd be like, dude, you reek. And he'd be like, I do? And I'm like, yeah, you need to throw all your clothes away.
I'm sitting like in mom and dad's room on their computer, like listening to Pink Floyd. You reek! Oh no! In Ground Zero, dude. This is where the parents chill.
Yeah. Or it was like in our backyard and mom would pull up in the driveway and I'd come in like early and I'd walk out and be like, dude, you gotta go.
I
you're
could just see Andrew just hightailing off in the fence, like just running out through the street.
Like, you're roasted.
Oh yeah. Oh, that happened a lot.
All the time. And he would pull over on the way to school with his water bottle collection.
Yeah, I would hide my water bottles like different bushes all over town, so I could like have little smoke spots all over town.
That's what my roommate does in Orange. Like he just like throws them in the bush.
Okay, so who would you guys say is like the best? And this is something that we need to. And hopefully we can pick up in here. But like, who would you guys say is the best villain of all time?
Are we talking about like movies or like real life?
Just villain. I mean,
because Hitler was pretty bad.
yeah, Hitler was pretty bad.
He did some stuff that's not okay.
Not chill. He did one thing that was pretty good. The Autobahn.
Yeah.
He built the Autobahn.
Volkswagen. He started.
Yeah,
he
Volkswagen and Autobahn. Two things. But like, let's not give Hitler too much credit.
Yeah, no, he did a lot.
So anyways, that's not where I wanted to go with
Okay.
this. Not real life villains, because we can get real deep with that, and we don't need to go there.
Alright, best villain.
I mean, we're talking like Voldemort, Darth Vader, Thanos, the Night King. Talking about what's the guy's name from Die Hard? The
Wouldn't know
Hans
that
Gruber.
one.
Oh, Hans Gruber, yeah, dude, he's really good.
I would have to go with
He's got this coolness about him, like I've always got the plan.
Darth Vader. I would say like he's like it's just pretty historic.
So iconic,
Like
iconic.
the one thing with Darth Vader was like the old movies, you couldn't like since like there was no technology, you couldn't really see him at his full potential. I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder like what it was like when wait, keep going with what you were saying.
So like if Darth Vader's like movies, like if he was the villain in a movie now, think how like cool that movie, like how scary and like he could be now. Like if he could do something like Thanos did, like there's like Darth Vader's like ruined, like coming with the Empire, just like mowing down like villages.
Yeah.
Like now, like in the old movies, you just like know, oh, this is a bad guy who like he's just a scary.
Like his
He
regime.
just chokes out his homies
Yeah,
if
he
they
just
don't,
chokes
if
out
they don't
people.
answer correctly.
But like, and then in that scene in Rogue One where he comes down, like where like he boards Leia's ship and just like mows down,
mows
like
him down.
I think if like there was like 3 movies of Darth Vader doing that.
I'm sorry, but let's talk about that. Let's back up for a second. You're Darth Vader, and the one guy who's like running like away from you, and you've got the time to like chop down everybody, but you barely miss it. Why don't you just like grab that guy and pull him back with the force? Like, where do you think you're going, bud?
Yeah.
And then just like fight off like the bullets with your sword.
I
That's
think-
what Luke would have done.
Yeah. But I think the villain with the worst plan was Ego from the second Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, he was pretty bad.
He wanted to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody
spoilers for whenever you're hearing this. Thanos, for like 10 seconds, we're gonna go spoiler. If you haven't seen in Infinity War.
Yeah, spoiler.
He only wanted to kill half the people.
That's his whole thing. He wants half of every population to be gone. Like, I know that's like bad. Like, good people are gonna die, but a lot of people are gonna live, and then he's not gonna like wreak havoc.
Yeah, that's
gonna like restore order.
He kills half people. And was like, I'm done. Like, but Ego was like, I want to kill everyone, every planet, every universe, gone.
That's his dad, right?
That was
he wanted to like turn it into his own planet.
And like he like just like spawned a bunch of like kids throughout the galaxy trying to get the celestial gene.
What about like Phantom of the Opera? Like, remember, like, what if you're like that old? Well, like Phantom of the Opera was like the creepy villain. It's just some guy running around backstage, like covering his face with like a mask. And like, oh God!
This guy,
I can't sleep.
He has a white face.
I need some snake oil. Put me to bed.
I would say Regina George in Mean Girls.
Oh, Regina George.
Major bitch.
She's a pretty good villain.
She's your worst nightmare in high school. Like, if you went to high school and there was a Regina George that would just come up to you and comment on your outfit every day.
Every high school probably has a Regina George. Let's be honest.
She was twisted.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Regina
That's a
George.
real good one.
Solid cast. I never really appreciated the cast of that movie, but it's all SNL.
Didn't that movie just hit its like 10-year anniversary too? About
yeah, well now Tina Fey is making a Broadway musical of it.
Really?
Yeah, the Broadway musical of Mean Girls.
Did you hear that on the Letterman?
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't catch up on.
I watched a clip of it, and it said that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I also think Voldemort is a really well-written villain. But I'm a Harry Potter nerd. I'm a little biased, but he's just like a well-written,
one of the
layered person. Like, you don't figure out all the layers of his evil. Kind of like how Darth Vader is. You don't find out the layers of him like until later on, and then he's like somewhat relatable, which makes him even more scary.
I know,
because it makes you relate to like your evilness
I
inside.
think Voldemort's a lot similar to like Thanos. Like, there's like 7. Like, Voldemort wasn't a part. Like, he was like you knew he was bad from the first movie, but like it's like he's not until the like end pretty much.
But
he's bad. He's bad throughout the series.
His whole life.
Yeah, I mean, in second one, you're messing with his younger self, Tom Riddle, in his book, and you don't even know.
In the sixth book.
You don't even know he's bad, and like you learn so much about the villain in the sixth Chamber of Secrets, because you're reading his past.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it's Voldemort for a long time.
It's the sixth book. It's the
Where they go kill the Horcruxes.
No, yeah, and it's the
That might be 7.
No, the 7 is the last one.
So the 6th was when they kill the Horcruxes.
6th one is they learn about the Horcruxes and you find out about his childhood. And that is
that's good. When he was raped by
Half-Blood
Dumbledore.
Prince. The Half-Blood Prince, that one.
And him and Dumbledore like made out in a room closet one time
And then,
at Hogwarts.
yeah, that's how it goes. And then you find out about about Snape. That he found out Snape. That was his potion book that they find.
Talk about great casting, but like everybody like, okay, Snape was great. Harry Potter looks just like he was in the books. Like great casting,
Hermione.
but like Voldemort has to be one of the best villains that has like ever been like turned like so taken from a book and put into a motion picture. Like one of the best, like perfectly placed villains.
Underrated.
His voice, his like the way he appears when he comes
creepy.
back. Yeah, it's super creepy.
His makeup.
Even in the first one when he's on the back of that guy's head.
Yeah.
His makeup and stuff so creepy.
Yeah, really great. I don't know, I forget the actor who did it, but I'll look him up.
It's pretty famous.
He was in a
Ben Stiller. I'm pretty sure it's Ben Stiller.
He was in a
Nick Cage. He's in everything.
It's Nicolas Cage.
He's in everything. We're gonna steal the Chamber of Secrets.
No.
Bees! I hate bees!
I'm gone in 60 seconds.
No, he was in a chick flick with J-Lo.
What?
He was in a chick flick with J-Lo.
Are you telling me right now
The breakup?
Voldemort was in a chick flick with J-Lo?
Yes.
What's the one where she has to like defend herself?
Enough.
X-Men?
Oh yeah, enough! She kicks some ass in that movie. Alright.
Honest, I've only seen the first 2 Harry Potters. That's what I'm doing this summer.
Oh man,
Dude.
you're in for a
The
treat.
reason why I got so into Harry Potter was because of them. Because one summer, it was when my parents were taking Evan up to Sonoma for school, and they left Andrew and I home together for like 4 days. All we had to eat was Buster bars.
Yeah, we killed the whole
I think I
tray of
remember
Buster
this.
bars, dude.
Dude, lunch and dinner, like we ate like a bricks of Buster
If you
Bar.
don't know what a Buster Bar is, it's an Oreo base, like foundation, topped with vanilla ice cream and just like the most delicious chocolate fudge on the top. With nuts. If you want nuts, you can have nuts on top.
It's the most decadent
delicious.
prize at the Taylor.
So we ate that for like 3 days straight, me, her, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Brick amount.
And watched Harry Potter.
And 3 days. But the reason why I got so into Harry Potter is because Dad used to read it to us when I was little. But then I grew up with them when all the movies came out. But they were still behind where like all the books came out before. But they were so sassy to me. They're like, you're not a real Harry Potter fan. You haven't read all the books. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll read them in 1 week. And that's all I did for a whole week. All I did was read Harry Potter and go to soccer practice.
I mean, Harry Potter was definitely a thrill. Definitely a thrill. All these books were a thrill. Like, you got the Mean Girls. That was a good reference. Speaking of thrills, like, we're all about the thrill theme. What would be your, like, favorite, maybe 2 roller coasters that you've been on that in California, because that's where we live, we don't have a chance to go to Ohio and Texas and their crazy roller coasters. But if you just get it started, my number 1 of all time has got to be Ghost Rider.
That's
all
mine.
wood.
Yeah.
It's got some ups and downs, and some lefts and some rights, and some ups and downs.
And some stops and goes.
There's a little bit of stop, a little bit of go, a lot of go.
Acceleration.
Ooh, accelerator. That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
No, but number 1 for me is Ghost Rider. I need help on the second.
So I'm not the biggest roller coaster. So Ghost Rider? Was it Night Rider?
Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Like that was the first real roller coaster I went on. Like I was afraid of roller coasters. Like I don't do free falls. Like the only one that popped in my head, it was Ghost Rider. I love that. What's the one at California Adventures? The one that they got rid of. California Screaming?
No, they didn't get rid of it. It's to go through the
California
Mickey ears.
Screaming.
Yeah, the one with the 2 loops.
It is? It's California Screaming.
I think it's a different ride now. We're gone.
That was my first one that I went on.
Dude, California Adventures. It's gonna be they're changing everything. Like it's gonna be Guardians. It's like all Marvel. Like it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a Marvel land, I think.
I mean, if you really need to have a land.
They're doing a Pixar land too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Pixar and Marvel.
Pixar.
I mean, if you really want your lands, just go to Orlando.
Yeah.
And like that is literally the place where you've got. It's just theme park on steroids.
You guys tricked me to go on Supreme Scream, and I was freaking out.
I can.
They take you all the way up, only to drop you straight down. I love it.
Yeah, I can't do free falls.
It's so freaky.
I know, but it's pretty cool.
You look up and you're like, oh look at this is the land that I live in, and I'm gonna die.
I mean, you get a split second to really go, wow, this is beautiful. Wow, like it's awesome. I love that one.
No.
So Supreme Scream, yeah, not Supreme, it's got some good rides.
You're like, oh, this is what it feels like to have my spleen in my chest.
Oh, okay. My favorite one as a kid, like the one that I always wanted to go on, was Montezuma's Revenge.
Oh yeah, and then you go on when you're older, you're like, oh, wow, my neck.
Yeah.
Like you're just like getting whipped around. You're like, oh, how do I like this?
Yeah, if you started that ride with your head not pressed against the seat at all, you immediately had your neck jerked.
Yeah, I got Space Mountain.
Oh yeah, Space Mountain.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, and
because you can put that rock music.
The wildest ride.
Thunder Mountain. No, that's what I was thinking too. I think the other one might be Thunder Mountain.
No, I haven't been on Thunder Mountain since I recently redid it like 2 years ago.
My favorite is when I go on with Aunt Sandy and she smashes me into the board.
No, that's Matador. That's the Matador, right?
No, all the rides.
Yeah.
Aunt Sandy just topples you into the boards. You're just getting checked full on NHL level, just checked into the boards. And the inertia just shoves her into you, and you're like, "Oh, my aunt is way too up close and personal."
Yeah, Accelerator at Don's was good. I mean, this
Accelerator is that the one that has like the Corvette, like it's a Corvette.
Yeah,
car?
it's like pink and blue, I think.
Green or yeah.
But I think all the time for me, like thrill wise, this is not gonna be thrilling. But like for me as a kid growing up, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Just because how chill it is, but that's not like what I like. That's
just
not the thrill.
Yeah, it's seeing that stuff's awesome.
I just remember I'll never be on the log ride at the same, not the one at Knott's Berry Farm. It's a splash fountain, and I was with like my high school, and I remember like one of the last turns, there was like one like bunny or something like that. Like as you're like at the top about to fall off, and he's like being a little jerk, like you're gonna die. Like he's like just sitting there mocking you as you're about to free fall. And the guy I was sitting with, I think it was David Box, he like stands up, gets us like whole torso out of it, leans over, and just hawks the thickest loogie right on this bunny's red nose, and it just is like hanging from his nose.
Gross.
As we like tip over the edge, like,
No.
and then you free fall.
Yeah, I got a good story about you on one of the log rides. I think it was
come closer, come
Yeah.
closer and share.
So yeah, I think it was you were in the front, and it was just you, and then me and Evan were in the back.
And I was there too.
Were you there too? And then so we're going up, and it's like pitch black going up, and we get to the top, and you're just turned around facing us. Like you're just fully at the front of the log, turned around just facing us.
Hey guys.
And they turned on the lights, like stopped right, like hey, turn around. Like we couldn't go until you turned around, and it was just something like coming out of the darkness, and you're just hey guys, what's up?
You turned around facing us.
Yeah, I actually remember because I knew it was gonna be dark. We had done the ride once earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, it'd be funny. Like instantly, as we were going up, I'm like, I got a split second to turn myself around and just be facing him. And how cool would it be because I was in the front, if I'd even see where I was going, or just looking at them. And they didn't let me do it because I was too cool.
I think that's a rule. Like, no.
If you're not too cool, you have to get off the ride, go buy a churro.
I also
$25 churro.
I think Indiana Jones is a great ride too.
Oh, Indiana Jones too. And I didn't even realize when we were on it with our cousins, our little cousins, like I didn't, like being on the driver's seat, like how cool you can make that ride.
Yes.
If you play with it. And I was just having a good time, and it like turned out to me. I had so much fun being like having a good time. Like I wanted to stay there and like keep giving people tours.
I know, it's so fun.
You made Aunt Sandy cry.
Yeah,
Aunt
'cause
Sandy she was laughing
I
so
think she
hard.
pooped herself a little bit.
She peed.
I've
She
had
peed and maybe pooped.
I've had some bodily functions happen in Disneyland, you know.
Okay, so while we're at the line at
Some
Indiana
bodily
Jones,
functions.
Indiana Jones, the line, when Tyler was a kid, he was hanging on these like ropes, and I grabbed his pants. He wasn't giving him a wedgie, but I yanked his pants up and like tilted him over the edge and sat him back down. And the kid was kicking his feet, screaming, and like ended up shaking his hands on the ground. And I stand there like, oh my god, I'm peeing. And I literally got to wash this kid's pants turn dark as he peed him.
Bless your
I'm
heart.
so bad. Me and Uncle Tim had the biggest laugh, and your dad was so mad.
It was my fault too, because they were like, do you have to go to the bathroom before? I was like, no, I want to go to the right. I had to go to the bathroom so bad before that. But it was also at the time where, like now, if you like, I'm sure if you did it with one of our cousins, they know you're not going to drop you. But it's also at the time where like, Andrew might drop me.
Yeah.
I
I was that big of a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Like I was a jerk.
Yeah, it was at the point where we were like, now if you did it, everyone would be like, oh, don't worry, like, it won't be scary. It's like Andrew's messing around. Back then, I was like, God, Andrew's gonna throw me.
Yeah, probably. I probably would have let go.
One of my favorite stories about Disneyland was when Aunt Sandy told the story about Matt OGing on Skittles.
Tell me the story. Tell me the secondhand story.
So Aunt Sandy, they were staying on one of those off-site resorts in Walt Disney where like they're elaborate resorts. So they were staying in like a tiki hut in the trees, which is like a boat ride away from the resort. So they left the resort, took a boat to I think like the Rainforest Cafe or something. And
Pretty awesome. Let's just stop right there. That's pretty freaking awesome.
yeah, it's pretty
It's
awesome.
in Orlando?
Yes.
That's what I was talking about.
All the Orlando hotels are like epic.
Okay.
They're so cool.
I want to go there one day. But anyways, keep going.
I stayed in the Wilderness Lodge with them too. It's like a big campsite. So 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 they made a big old trek to the restaurant, and she got Matt like a blue Slurpee, like one of those like, just like, congratulations, you made it through Disney today without being a shithead. You can have a blue Slurpee. So he's drinking a Slurpee, and all of a sudden he just, boom, smacks his head on the table and just knocked out cold. Like someone sniped him from the Rainforest Cafe trees, and he just out cold. And they started freaking out. And he wouldn't move. So they rushed. Uncle Tim threw Matt over his shoulder, and
Okay, tiny. Not too heavy.
Well, threw him over the shoulder, and had to carry him out of the restaurant on a boat back to this treehouse hotel. Like it's a trek, and their son's like passed out. And they get him to the bathroom, and all of a sudden he does projectiles rainbow colors all over the bathroom.
Candy Mountain, Charlie. Candy Mountain.
And Aunt Sandy at the same time is looking for medicine in her backpack, and she saw that in the lowest pocket, Matt got into all of the Halloween candy that she brought, which is all the Skittles. So he literally puked the rainbow and he OD'd on sugar. That's why he passed out.
So he tasted the rainbow, then he projectile vomited the rainbow.
Dude, he got all spectrums
He
of the
tasted
rainbow.
it and showed it.
Yeah, he showed it, man.
But he straight OD'd on sugar. He passed out. And you remember how tiny he was? He like
Dude,
passed
I didn't
out.
know that could happen in America.
He
No.
passed out.
There's a kid that is a college
Snack.
kid that OD'd on sugar. Like he was on the hockey team at Boise, and he legit OD'd because all he does is eat sugar, and he OD'd on like on a bus ride.
That's so bad.
Yeah, like I was like, dude, I have like a small bag of Skittles, and my stomach hurts.
I
Yeah,
could. I mean,
he ate a backpack.
especially the sour Skittles. Your mouth is so torn up by the end of a bag.
Yeah.
You're like, my roof of my jaw's all like raw from like this freaking sandpaper candy just rubbing against the top of my mouth. Like, I can't taste anything for a week. I just taste sour Skittles. It's annoying.
I love that. I love that story when Annie tells it.
Okay, that's funny. Projectile vomit, and which leads me to what I actually wanted to talk about with you before. Tell me a time, or when do you guys typically remember, not typically remember, when do you remember being drunk in public the most? What's your most drunk in public story?
Like
How public?
Like an event.
Leaving my house?
Like you're at a concert, you're at a parade. Mine's at a parade. Church.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Public
kidding.
is outside your inner circle, so yeah, if the priest sees you go, the blood of Christ, you're like, yeah, hair of the dog, Father.
Or
then that's bad.
Like actually, like remembering being not that drunk, or people had to remind you you were that drunk.
I actually want to know what the event was. Yeah, so either they had to remind you, but even when they remind you, you still probably have a coming to moment. So I want to know your come to moment. Like, where did you get blacked out? When did you get blacked out? And when did you come back to? Where were you at? I can give you some time to think. I'll tell you mine real quick. It was Tequila Sunrise. It was my worst was Tequila Sunrise, and the Grove had this. The Grove is where I stay in the apartment complex, about a mile away, or like quarter mile away. And they had a huge block party that got run down by the cops, but not real fast. The block party lasted for like 2.5 hours, and it was like really fun. And I blacked out on my way to the block party, and I woke up with a cut on my face. And then I like ran to Nathan, my roommate, and he was like, dude, what happened to you? Like, don't let me lose you. Don't hit your face. Like, you're bleeding. So I ran to my apartment, got changed real quick, came back with a non-bloody shirt. Then somehow, this is all being told to me, mind you guys. I have no recollection of this at all. I came back, found Nathan with another cut on my face. I had fallen and hit my face again and bled all over the new shirt I put on. And he's like, grabbed me by both shoulders and like, Drew, stop falling on your face, man. You can't keep doing that. I was like, okay. So anyways, like that was my most drunk in public story because like I tore down a parade. Like there was a parade that just ended and I was on the back of a pickup and I guess I walked up to the people on the back of the Toyota and it was like, this parade sucked, this float sucked. And as I was saying, I just tore off the side of their thing. And then Nathan and Brad, my buddy Brad, like grabbed us and threw me into a car and like we got out of there like right after I tore their float apart.
No.
But yeah, so I guess what happened, the reason why I fell is because I was sagging my pants back in the day so low that first time I went to pick up a Heads Up penny and just fell. Just like, oh, penny, boom. Crushed myself. And then the second time,
It's my buddy Abe.
the second time someone tossed me a football, like an over-the-shoulder catch, it just did not go well. Like I went out for it and like hit, and like my elbow hit, but like my face bounced. And like, yeah, I have a T-shirt with my face on it. And there's like all of us, it was for the next year's Tequila Sunrise. We all got T-shirts of our faces after the last Tequila Sunrise.
No.
And you could just see like 2 shiners on my face like I was in the UFC. So yeah, that was my most drunk in public story.
Oh my god, there's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm like trying to think of. It doesn't sound bad, but like, yeah, like when I go like downtown, I'm a college kid, so I don't know. The more older I get, like the more it's easy for me to drink less and forget more. It's weird because I know I used to be fine. Yeah, I used to be fine, but like the past I don't know, this is like 6 months. Like it's been twice a month that I'm blacking out at downtown bars.
Oh no.
But like it's not like I do anything bad. I just forget the night.
Yeah.
But I guess the Evan's wedding that's actually I'm upset I blacked out at because I wish I remembered it. I think it was just because we started drinking so early
Yeah.
We started drinking. I started drinking 11:30.
Not gonna lie, like when we were taking pulls of the Jack, I was
Yeah.
already chugging beer, and there's no way to fake drinking beer unless you're pouring that thing down a sink. But
Yeah.
like, when we would take pulls from the bottle and it would pass around, I was like hardly ripping it because I was like, I got a long night ahead of me.
Yeah.
I need to pace myself.
I did
And
not.
I'm so happy I did.
Like I finished a flask of Jack Daniels an hour before the wedding. Like I brought a flask and it was gone an hour.
Yeah, that's why you black.
Yeah, so it was like that. Like I would exactly that.
So the worst time though, like the one time where you were like, dude, I made the biggest ass of myself. Like, come on, I had 2 big scabs on my face for like a week.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like I know I've done it at, like house parties. Like that's different than being in public.
That's still around like a public audience where like
Yeah.
people are seeing you, like you're not in your inner circle, and they're like, dude, who's that drunk ass?
So yeah, so I guess it would be we go to cabins. So like for 2 years in a row, we went to like a winter cabin in McCall, up in northern Idaho. It's like 14 of our friends rent a cabin for like 3 nights, 2 nights, 3 days, and just get tanked.
Yes, I saw a Snapchat when I was back on Snapchat. You guys were like climbing the wall in the, in the living room.
Yeah, so that was the year I blacked out. The first year we went, we were there for at least 72 hours. I remember maybe 17. Like, it was like the drive-in, setting up, and then taking down is what I remember. And
at least it helped.
Yeah, so it was like, we were at this cabin. I'm in like my, I was like out playing in the snow, because there's like a good like 4 feet of snow out there. And I'm out in the snow in bathing shorts, and like no shirt, just with 2/5 of vodka. You don't need 2/5 of vodka at the same time. It's something you don't double fist.
Yeah.
And there's like
Don't need that.
There's like a smearing off watermelon and peach.
Oh my god.
So it wasn't good. And then like I blacked out early. Like I go outside, like just throw glass. Like I got mad one time because like, so I guess I was like throwing my phone against the wall. Just like I was like, ah, doing that exactly.
That seems like a good thing to do.
Yeah, throwing my phone, because like I knew my phone's pretty indestructible. And then so like my friends like took my phone, and I was like, whoa, where the fuck my phone go? Like I thought I lost it, and I was like, I had it the whole time, and they took it from me because I was like throwing it, but they just went, I don't know where it is, and I was like, so I was getting mad at the fact that they took my phone and just said they didn't know, so that just made me more angry. And I was like, and so I go on outside, like I punched, like I thought it was snow, it was just straight ice, my shoulder popped out, and I was like, I told him like afterwards, like, you guys realize if you just said you had my phone, I wouldn't have done any of this. Like I went outside, like just threw a bottle of glass, like came up, like hit me in the eye, and then like I was like, what the? Yeah, I was bleeding.
It's like a parting Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and then I also did like stair sledding. So we bought sleds too, and we like outside a little bit, and then like there's a nice like just long stairs. So I just went down the stairs, and so everyone was doing some stair sledding, taking benches out, and I was blacked out. And my friends were like feeding me water, like pouring water in my mouth, and I just go like all over them, and like I threw up. Like, and I threw up, but yeah, actually like just laying there, I was like, whoa, like, and it was like I was like in bed by like somehow like they like, yeah, we lost you, and somehow I got to the top bunk of just fine, and I was like, I was
climbed up to the top bunk,
and then like I'll show you guys after, like or like during when Alice told the story, like I have a picture of me just cuddling a trash can.
Oh.
Like that was pretty bad.
It's
Like
cute.
I can actually get a video. They put a GoPro on me the whole
Well, that's
night.
a great idea.
Because like I was
put a GoPro on the most drunk person at the party. Like, hey man, you're not gonna remember, so we're gonna help you.
Yeah, so it's pretty embarrassing because I'm going around like they got a GoPro on me and I get drunk. And like there's a video of me like I'm upstairs by myself because I cracked a sled because they're not made to go downstairs.
Yes, of course.
And I was just mad that because I bought this sled, so I'm just upstairs, slam the sled, ripping it in half. No one's up there.
Donkey Kong for sure.
No one's up there. Like I'll get a hold of the video and send it to you guys, but that was bad.
Well, at least I'll be honest. At least it was with like your friends you go to the cabin with, and not just like at like the downtown area of Boise, like just making an ass. Like you're never gonna be able to go back to these bars again. They kicked you out. You're like, your lifetime ban because you're a big Donkey Kong in for the whole thing.
We couldn't even go to bars. That town has one bar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
so
at least you weren't. At least you weren't in a public setting, like a real public setting, just like.
But yeah, I think like 2 weekends ago, that one of like the first round draft picks from our school was downtown after he got drafted by the Cowboys, and I kind of remember like I saw him. I was like, I think I went up to him. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, what are you doing? And I thought the next morning, I was like, oh, I probably wouldn't. I thought I was going to fight. Like, I thought I was getting punched in the face because I was just said something stupid. But, like, I'll black out, just not remember stuff. I don't do stupid stuff. I just don't remember.
You don't remember how he reacted?
No, I think his girlfriend told me to leave. His
What
girlfriend.
are you doing here? This is for normal people.
Yeah, like,
You can go to Vegas and party with the rest of the happy rich people.
Yeah, I don't do anything stupid. I just don't remember.
Sad rich dude.
There's really,
Damn, man, that's crazy. I'm sorry you got that angry.
there's like a lot of things I remember. There's a lot. Because like I went to school in a big city, like one of the biggest cities in the world. And it's just,
The country. Let's be honest. The country.
oh yeah, when I went to Florence, the first reference I heard on a tourist station was, this view is almost as good as the view we saw in San Francisco. And I was in Florence, Italy. It's like one of the most historic cities. This is almost as good. And I was like,
You
oh,
blacked
I
out
live
in
there.
Florence?
No. You know what? I actually didn't drink that much when I backpacked in
Well, that's
Europe
probably a good
because
thing.
you can.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we did go on this. We stayed at this hostel called the Yellow in Rome, and the Yellow is like it's kind of like a co-op space for hostels, and like it's supposed to be collaborative. So every night they have like a different different band or different event. They have like karaoke. Or
Never a dull night there.
Or they have, like,
always
a
got
tour.
an event going on.
Never a dull night. And one of the nights we signed up for, we made friends with these Canadians the first night we got there, and they got us to sign up for this party bus tour at night in Rome. So you get on the bus and it takes you around Rome at night, and you stop at all the...
Do you remember how much that was? That sounds like a blast.
It wasn't that much. I think it was like maybe like 20 euro.
Oh, hands down, I'm on that bus.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and I was with these people from Canada, from Australia, from like Austria, from all over the world, and Steph and I were like partying with these people, and every time we got to a different spot, like we got to go to the Coliseum at night and just be like drinking with all these people and like hanging out, and then they take us to a different spot every night. But the next morning, we were so hungover because we were on a bus all night. So it's like taking us while we're standing up on a party bus with like loud music, and we're pounding free alcohol because it's all inclusive.
Free?
It's like all inclusive, so you pay for it, but like you don't pay for it as you go. And we wake up, and I had to catch a flight to Munich, and Steph had to catch a train to another part of Italy, and we were so hungover.
That's the worst.
Steph fell from the top bunk
Oh, man.
in the morning and woke up the whole room, and then I was so miserable. I got up and I felt like I was still on the bus. Like I couldn't catch my balance, and I barely could say bye to Steph because she like got ready and like had to leave and catch her bus, and then I had to go to the airport. But it was like the best night ever. It was so fun. I'm still friends with those Canadians on Facebook and
That's
stuff.
pretty cool. Good
Yeah.
social media.
Canadians are fun.
Dude, they're just friendly. They're just like, hey, you guys need a seat. We come into the bar looking for a seat, and it's just common sense. You guys need a seat. How about you guys sit here? And it was now we're like friends forever.
What did you say? What would you say would be your most like blacked out moment?
The most blacked out moment in
Like you just like get me home, or like your friends were like saved today
ever, or like during Europe?
ever.
Oh my gosh! If you ask, if you ask my friends in college, they'll say St. Patty's Day. I think it was like 2013 or something. St. Patty's Day 2013. I think that was the year. Yeah, that was the year.
So what happened? Like what happened? Give us a scenario.
I-
Where do you remember coming back? Or where'd you lose? Where'd you come back?
Well, they sent me home at 10:30 in the morning, so I didn't even make it out.
Jeez.
Dude, like I love tequila, and I was like just drinking tequila in the morning, and it was like a threshold where you just drink it and it starts tasting like water, and I like pounded tequila shots like in the morning with all these people.
my
Like, I did
goodness.
not miss a tequila shot, and I just spiraled downhill so fast. We started drinking at my house in the morning when we were getting ready to go.
What time was that?
That was probably, we woke up at like 7.
I can't think of a worse way to start my day.
I got
Well, in the festivals, like downtown, in San Francisco, like the festivals, you have to get down there like at like 11 or at least before noon before noon because that's when all the parade starts or the buses get really busy. So you want to get down.
Yeah, you gotta get to a good spot.
You gotta get to a good spot, and you gotta like just get your friends all together early. So we started drinking at my place in the morning, and then we went to my friend's house to get on the train. And we were drinking at her house, and I just pounded like so. I can't even tell you. It was like at least more than like 10 shots of tequila. Like I probably should have gone to the hospital.
Damn, 10.
And
10 by 10.
It was.
And then she was back home 10:30.
It was more than 10. It was a lot. It was a lot.
You got a great day's sleep.
So then the funny thing was like I was with my best friend Steph, and all my best college stories are with her. And her and I are taking a picture, and I leaned down and like I spit up like on her lap, on her leg, like I did like a spit up. And Steph was like, "Allie, spit up on me!" Like started cracking up. And like we thought it was so funny, and then they carried me to the bathroom, and then he was like passed out in the bathroom. And then my friend's boyfriend, who is like my still homie to this day because of this day, he like picked me up and hand fed me slices of bananas and water.
Wow. Dry bananas? Or like actual bananas?
But actual bananas, like hand fed me bananas. I was like spineless. I was just gone.
Yeah, just dead weight. Just dead weight.
Just dead weight noodle. And my friend Julia,
dead weight noodle.
My friend Julia came into the room, and she probably shouldn't have drove me, but we were like around the corner from my house, and she's like, "Everybody stop! This is my roommate. I got her." She has like a bagel in her hand, like ready to feed me. So my friend Anthony carries me to the car, packs me in the back seat, and Julia's trying to drive me all safe, but like everyone has a different story. So Julia has a story of driving me back to the apartment and stopping really hard, and me just going boom and hitting the center console of like the back seat to the center console and just hitting dead weight back there. And she's like, "Oh, Allie is still back there." So she drops me off at the apartment. She goes to work. My friends come back at like 4 p.m. from like the after party, and I'm passed out asleep. And my bed was next to a window that like faced the back patio of the apartment complex, and all of my friends, like all the soccer guys, would come by before practice and knock on our window and like say hey. Like everyone knew that was our apartment, and that was my room. And my friend and her boyfriend knocked on my window at like 5:30 p.m. They came back and they had pizza in their hand for dinner, and I was still hammered, and I was asleep. And they knocked on the window, and in one pull they knocked. And I'm sleeping on the side facing the window, and in one pull I just pull up my blinds, and they just immediately start busting. They're like, "Look at this fool!" They're like, "Good morning, Allie," and I'm like, "Sup?" They're like, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "I feel horrible." They're like, "You've been hungover since 10 a.m. this morning. It's 5 p.m. at night," and I was hungover for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, because you just went to sleep. I've had one of those. You just went to sleep, and like your body just did nothing but like use all that alcohol to like as nutrients.
My organs went to sleep. They're like, "You're done.
Yeah,
you won't stop, so we will." Like
yeah.
I probably should have gotten pumped. Like it was really bad.
Yeah.
But like I was so drunk, and then Julia comes home from her shift. She brought me home before work that morning. Comes back in the evening after her closing shift, and she comes home, and I'm throwing up in the bathroom at like 11 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
So from 10 in the morning, from like 11 at night.
You need like, what's it called? What's that? Not electrolytes. What's that?
Pedialyte?
Pedialyte.
And all I remember is waking up in my bed with my robe on, and Julia had braided my hair while I was throwing up in the bathroom.
An IV would have saved her.
Dude, that was awful.
So one thing I forgot to mention, if people don't know, in NAU, the Tequila Sunrise, because we both got messed up on tequila, because but Tequila Sunrise starts at 5:30 and 6 a.m. No. The bars open up. So I was waking up making pancakes, taking shots for everybody, because that's what I would do. So I was about like 5 to 6 shots deep by 6 o'clock a.m. because that's when Tequila Sunrise was. So the same thing with you. Like I was blacked out by like 10:30 a.m. because honestly, when I tore that parade down, the parade ended at like 9. So it probably was like 9:30 when I blacked out. Like it was so bad. Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Sadly.
Complete disaster, right? Complete disaster. Speaking of complete disasters.
Yikes.
if you guys
segue.
were, yeah, right.
Speaking of complete disasters, which isn't this segue.
Yeah, it's not the smooth segue I'm about to jam here. Like, what's your guys' go-to plan in your environments, right? Boise, San Francisco, I'm in Scottsdale. Like a nuclear attack, a nuclear holocaust, like just the whole world or the nation, the West Coast is in attack, or what's your guys' go-to plan? Like, who's your person you hit up?
Mark
Where do you
Zuckerberg.
go? No, seriously, you gonna hit Mark Zuckerberg up?
I'm calling him up.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah, got him on speed dial. Hold
What's
down
he gonna
3.
do?
He probably has a private jet that can
Yeah,
take me
actually,
to.
yeah.
I'm hitting up Uncle Bill and my homie Seabass. I'm telling you right now.
And they're gonna
Shout out Seabass.
Uncle Bill's gonna drive 5 hours to come save your sorry ass, but Mark Zuckerberg is a 30-minute drive.
Okay, fair. But my mission, like my
Or
my
Tesla.
season 1,
Yeah,
you know, my season 1 Walking Dead.
Or
That's-
NASA, sorry.
My season 1 Walking Dead, is me trying to get to the West Coast, trying to find Bill. That's me. At the nuclear holocaust, I'm meeting up with Seabass, and we're trying to get to West. If they're trying to go Alabama, then I've got to break up with Seabass and move on West because I gotta get to Bill.
I'm going straight south of the city to go find Tesla headquarters and NASA. NASA is in South Bay, San Francisco. So I just go straight to NASA and go, hey, how much do I gotta pay to get out of here?
Not as much as these other people. You're on your own.
I got an endangered bird from the beach that it's called a snowy plover.
Okay, so how do you get out of the city? Like, what's your go-to to get out of the city? If that shit actually happened, what do you do to get out of the city?
My car.
You think your car is gonna be able to get on the highway and leave with everybody else?
Well, there's a train, but the trains can go down.
Let's go down.
I live in a surfing community, so I can make
So
friends
who's
with
your
a
homie that's
surfer.
like, there's a guy that could survive and hunt and...
There's like some
You
old.
gonna hunt? You gonna do it?
In Ocean Beach, in my district of San Francisco, Ocean Beach has like these OGs who've lived in the city for like 30 years, who've
Yeah.
been through the 60s,
Like on the
and,
beach.
and who are just like these gnarly hippies that can do everything and know everyone and have a lot of experience, and they look out for you because they're your homies. So if you have anything to do, you're like, Ted, I need to fix my shower head. He's there the next day and fixes it. Or like, you need a bag of weed. He's the first person that you ask.
Wait, so you're gonna go hit up the guy, like on the corner and be like, yo, let's get
Who's-
out of here. That's tight.
Hey, if they survived the 60s in San Francisco, you can probably survive a majority
That's
of
a
it.
good point.
Damn straight.
Yeah,
Damn straight.
there's some people that have like stories of having like being friends with the Black Panthers and like having hideouts in their house. Like it's like legit. Like
Yeah.
they've lived there through everything.
Where do you go? Where do you go north? Do you go into the forest up north and try to survive?
I could
or-
go hang out with Caesar, the Planet of the Apes up north.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I could go up north and go up to Humboldt with my friends.
You try to meet up with Allison on the coast, or what's your game plan?
I'm thinking that like if it's like like someone's attacking us or like just like
Yeah, like for whatever reason, it's complete anarchy in your city, and you either gotta like get out or bunker down.
I'm just thinking that like I live in a place like Idaho is probably the most western place that no one knows exists or cares about.
It's growing though. Fastest
It's growing.
country.
Boise is like I'd have to be like I'd have to like reach our city limits like because outside of that no one cares about the whole state.
Yeah, right.
Like it's like no one's gonna like deliberate. How they? I don't know. Maybe just make a beeline towards like Canada or like head to Montana or like something. But
Who
like
you going with?
I don't know. Like my
You got a
mom.
friend that knows how to hunt and kill? Because honestly, the reason why I'm
Nah.
hitting up Seabass is because that fool will put things down, and he'll be like Rick in the Walking Dead. I was like, yeah, man, I'll learn through you, dude.
Like I can find. Like it'll be easy to find like some just like native Idahoans who just like carry around like pocket knives. And, like you can go to Walmart. People
Pocket
just.
knife.
Well, this is a bad example. Like everyone there has pocket knives. Like you go to Walmart, people just strapped like on their hips. Like
Yeah, it's Arizona too.
yeah, it's like people would probably defend them. Like as far as my friends, like no one's like, cause everyone's like not from Idaho, and like everyone's like kind of like conservative. Like
Yeah.
but like I don't like I said like
Do you get out on foot? Do you go on feet? Because at some point, like the cars aren't going to be an option. Like you can't just everybody else is gonna be on the road. Like
Well, and
you steal a horse.
And then I probably escape with my best friend up in San Francisco, like in Julia and her boyfriend Malcolm, because Malcolm can fix anything, and he like can fix cars, he can fix motorcycles, he can like surf, he can do everything. And then Julia has all the camping gear. She has a camping box.
Oh.
So I'd go with the girl with the camping box, and we would just go camp somewhere and have a good time. And
Have a good time.
And have some whiskey or tequila and just chill by campsite and just,
Actually, I got a name now. I have to go with Clay McGowan.
Clay McGowan. Shout out Clay.
Yeah,
Clay
shout out to
Matthew.
Clay. Clay Matthew McGowan. And I get mad at his middle name, but
He's a legend.
he would be like, I know for a fact he has like kits ready for like emergency and stuff. He'd be like, hop in my bed of the truck, let's go. And like just go to the
He's
woods.
ready.
Yeah.
He already has the beard, like.
Yeah, that's Seabass too. We're describing the same individuals in just different parts of the country.
Yeah, all my friends, we're be helping.
Allison's with hippies, and we're with the Republicans. They're gonna save us, get us out of there.
I'm with the Black Panthers.
Yeah. Honestly, my roommates might just be too lazy and be like, well, hopefully they don't hear this. They'll probably just sit on the couch, like, I might do too. They sit on the couch, like, no, we'll be fine. Like, we'll just lock the door. I don't know. Go to the basement, turn off the lights.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if I would bunker down because, like, I would want to try to get to mom and dad so bad.
Well, also San Francisco is surrounded, so San Francisco is kind of like a backwards golf club and a really bad example, but like the shape of it, like the back of it is straight along the west coast and then it loops in, but like the perimeter of the whole city is all forts, so all naval bases and all army bases. So like I'm next to Fort Funston that has like all these cement like barracks like in the cliff, and then there's like Fort Mason on one end, there's like Land's End. They all are like old naval bases, so like I could go there and be like at an old naval base.
What if our Navy? What if our Navy turns on us? What if the military's not an option?
Zombies.
Pretty much.
You know what I'll do? I'll just do like what was that movie? Where like the old, they made two of them, like the old ones, like when the like Russians attacked and like it's a group of high school kids.
Red Dawn.
Yeah, Red Dawn. Just do that. Like, all right, let's go. We're gonna just do it ourselves.
That's pretty much what I'm referring to is Red Dawn. Like, what would you do, Red Dawn?
Yeah.
I think I would honestly try to figure out a way to get through that. Hopefully, it's during a type of season where I would have to get through the cold in the desert, like because you could freeze out there in the desert at night.
Nice.
But I would easily die if I had to go heat-wise, and I don't know how the hell I would get water. Like, how would I get enough water to get myself without a car from Phoenix to back to the coast?
In the winter or in the summer?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Well, in the summer,
I'm dead.
in the summer, can't you pee in the sand and it turns into water?
Cactus.
Just cactus.
Well, no, doesn't make you
cactus.
No,
hallucinate.
Bear Grylls did this thing where he like pees in the sand and like something. I don't know if he like has a device or something, but like somehow you pee in the
You
sand.
can filter it out. I don't
Pee in
know.
the sand?
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn it. Get back to drink my own pee? Okay, that's
Yeah.
final. Damn it, the thing is, I have to go like 300 miles, and if I have to go 300 miles drinking my own pee, we're gonna have some problems.
I'm gonna be good. I pee a lot, so.
How long until you drink your own pee does it stop becoming useful? Because after a while, you're just like, same pee,
No,
same
it turned
pee,
into
same
water
pee.
or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Bear Grylls.
It's the minerals have to be used up at least. You can't just be drinking the same pee over and over and over again.
Just recycling it.
Yeah.
You're just like constantly sitting there, goes in, and it's just flowing immediately.
You just pee into your mouth every time.
I've been doing it for hours.
I saw the Bear Grylls.
I don't know. SF's made it through a lot.
I think if I was in the summer, I would travel during the night, like trying to find shelter before the sun came back up and like just like sleep until the sun went down. And then, but even by then, there's like snakes. Like the desert is the harshest environment, like the most nastiest things like come out, I get eaten alive.
Hey, if Stanley Yelnats can do it, you can do it.
He didn't make it through the desert. And
He
it
got
got
bit though.
He ate onions though.
He got bit.
And he did with a kid that couldn't read.
He got the onion with the
He
jello.
got bit. He got lucky.
He had the jello stuff.
And he wasn't getting lucky in an anarchy. If I get bit in an I think so. One of those yellow polka dot
Yellow spotted lizard.
Yeah,
yellow polka dot bikinis.
They bit someone.
I'm telling you goodbye.
Oh.
Love you
Mom, you're cute.
so much.
What
We
a
got
loyal
Vicky
kid.
in the house.
Thank you. See you in a
Text when
month.
you get home.
Will
Yes.
do, of course I will.
Love you
I'll be
guys.
back in a month.
Yeah, we're gonna be back for the UFC game, and then I'll see you in the morning for Delaney.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll still say goodbye to you. All right.
See you
Have
tomorrow,
fun,
Mama.
San Diego.
Thank you for this weekend, Vicky.
Oh, honey,
It was awesome.
my pleasure. I had so much fun. Thank you for being here, Tyler.
Oh, no problem.
Love you, Mom.
Love you guys too. Stay cold outside.
So Stanley Yelnats gets bit by a yellow polka dot bikini.
I might have to.
It
Right on.
happens to the best of us.
Does he get bit though?
I don't think he gets bit.
Love you, Mom.
Actually,
No, he doesn't get bit. He gets in the hole with all of them protecting him.
yeah, no, they're just on
Oh,
him.
the chick gets bit.
Yeah.
They're just on him. Like they're just on him and Zero, and they just like get up and like they just like every they get up like frantically and they just go away. No, it's because they ate the onions.
Yeah.
Wasn't it because they ate the onions so
Yes.
they smelled the onions on them?
Oh my god, because onions, honestly, like, they're rancid.
Yeah.
Like,
And Stanley Yelnats is Stanley Yelnats spelled backwards. Who thought of that? That's just pure
Whoever wrote the book.
whoever wrote the book,
literary genius. But no, they could
the
have.
author.
Who knows if the author actually thought of that? Maybe he was in the jacuzzi with his cousins and his brother, and it was like,
Oh, where did he get the inspiration
Like how
for
long?
that?
Like how long did it take him to come up
maybe
to a name that
maybe
sounds?
a Hannah, last name Hannah.
Yeah, I was saying
Hannah.
Hannah.
To the fourth power.
Hannah, she's the third Esquire.
You know what I really want to do? I saw on someone's Instagram post today is have a Clue dinner. They had
I think I've seen
for their
that.
birthday. They had everyone over for dinner, but it was Clue. So everyone had to come dressed in a Clue outfit, and it was all planned out.
No. I'm
No, wait,
good thing
who
I'm not
is-
one of your friends.
No, who is?
Because I would not go over there dressed as
No.
anything. I'd like, I wore a t-shirt. Like,
That's the fun part of it. That's no, I think it's
Give me the easy
Brian. I
one.
think it's Brian Regan, the comedian, who makes a joke. He goes, if I go to a dinner party and anyone asks me to go into their observatory, I'm out of there.
It's like,
He's like-
what's going on here? But seriously though, like, if I have to go buy a costume and go over to your house to hang out, chances are I'm not gonna go over and hang out.
For someone's birthday party, though, you would do it.
I would probably just be like, hey,
It's fun.
it's a
How
dumb
old are they
birthday
turning?
idea.
4. 4 years old. It's
Really?
about murder.
4? Oh man, and like I'm an influence. Yeah, I would totally do it for that 4-year-old. If you're like 30, I'd be like, no, get a job.
Or have
What are you
some-
doing? Why are you doing this? You're 30. Just
That
be
would-
normal.
But if it was for like a little kid's birthday and then you had to dress up for your kid and then for your friends, that'd be kind of fun. I think it'd be fun. But
Do people hook up in Clue? Like, are there like
No.
pictures like? To be like, I'd totally go over if I was like, all right, I'm Colonel Mustard. Looks like I got the card. Says you guys with, I don't know, which one of the pretty ones?
candlestick.
The candlestick in the hallway. Whoa,
I
man.
barely remember
Solemnized.
Clue. I don't remember the last time I played Clue.
I don't
A
know.
while ago.
But I just love it. If anyone asks me to go to the conservatory past 9 p.m., I'm out of there.
Twister has a couple of new games. Like you flip over the spinner, and it's got like extra tasks you have to do.
It's for octopuses.
Yes.
Octopi?
You put your right hand down, and then like you have to like, I don't know,
And
sing a
then your
song
left
or
foot.
something like that. Like yeah, like say the Pledge of Allegiance.
It's like
stuff like that.
just
You
like
have to,
four
do
people
it that.
just like 4 people just singing.
Yeah. Left hand green, file your taxes. Damn it! Someone hand me my phone.
Like get TurboTax here.
Say the alphabet backwards.
Yeah, that's honestly probably one of
So
them.
pretty much it's just a police officer's DUI test.
Yeah, follow this light. Count to 30 in your head.
I was such a dick in Twister. I always just shows me the spinner, and just never said what it did. I just like did it. I just like looked out there and I just said what would look funny.
That's
So-
a great narrator.
Yeah. I was
Or
like,
whatever you want to call it. Leader, because that makes the game interesting.
yeah. I was like, it's like
Right hand red. Right hand blue.
Or is it?
Right hand red.
Like it's like people just.
Purple.
Right hand yellow. Morning. Move something up. I think that about does it, people. I mean, we can get out, or we can
Did
hang
we
out.
go
stay
through all
in.
your questions?
We did. We have one left, but it's been an hour, so I think.
What's your last question?
The last question.
We can do a speed round.
We'll speed round. The one place you want to travel next, outside of the country.
Let's pick one.
Yep.
Like does Europe count as one? Can I just be Europe? Or has to be specific?
Give me the main thing you want to see in Europe then.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, I was just go general. Like me and my roommate have talked about going to Europe. I think I want to visit Sweden. I want to go to Sweden. I think I have a couple friends that like I met through like exchange programs there, and I like.
I want to go to Tokyo.
Okay.
Everybody else is white in Sweden.
This
Who
isn't
white
like.
for real?
And the other thing about Sweden is I'm definitely gonna be the ugliest person in the country. Like, I don't know if I can go to a country where I'm definitely
Desserts and be like, no, we'll let you in just this time.
like I'm gonna be like, it's no hands down. Like, I'm gonna go to Sweden, and I'll be the ugliest one there. Like, I don't know if I can deal with that.
I don't know. I want to go back to Europe. That's like the next place I want to go travel to and then go visit our friends there. But like one thing I really want to do is go to Africa.
Ooh.
And I want to hike Mount Kilimanjaro.
What country is that in?
It's in
Africa,
It's in the African continent. Figure it out. Get a map.
northeast.
Get a map. Get
I
a
don't
jeep.
know.
Get a tour guide.
Well, and I want to go to Uganda, and there's a couple like non-profits out there that I want to go like visit.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like, I agree. Like, going to Africa and being like, I'm in Africa. Like, the beginning of everything. Like, Africa is just the craziest place ever. The
So we
continent.
think.
It's huge, but I don't ever want to go there.
I have a friend that
You
played.
got so much stuff to go there. Like, shots and the drink. Like, it's just like.
No, I played. I think it's like it's also like what's also just shown to you. Like people also think America is just filled with like celebrities and like the Hollywood
Yeah, I know.
sign. But like my friend, I have a friend that I played college soccer with, and she lives in Nairobi in Kenya.
No, I believe
and,
you.
And her life looks freaking awesome. She gets to go to the beach every day.
Okay,
She
I'll
works
take it back.
She
I
works
take
for
it back.
BuzzFeed.
I think. Oh, that's cool. But I think I would go there, but it's like far down the list. Like, there's other places I want to
Yeah.
see before I go to Africa. For me,
I want to go to Africa.
that's cool. You want to go hike Kilimanjaro though? Like, I heard it's beautiful.
Awesome.
There's a
And
lot
like
of
I
people that
also
talk
want to go
about
see the Mexican ruins, like in Mexico, obviously. But I want to go see those. Like I
Or
think
the
that,
Aztec?
or like,
Mayans?
or even like the Egyptians. Like, I think it's so amazing that the technology, like when we had nothing and people used the stars to map things.
Well, I'm gonna hold you
I
right
just
there.
am-
It was
so-
aliens. It was aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
You found the secret room? There's a secret room they just found like a few months ago.
Yeah, I just
Did you hear
watched.
about that?
Wait, really?
Yeah, look it up. There's a secret room they found in the pyramids that like they just found recently, like where it was like a little bit higher up, and they haven't really discovered what the quarters was for yet. But like, there's still shit they're finding in those pyramids that are like, how the hell did they do this? I'm telling you,
It's
it's
insane.
aliens. They were
Yeah.
at the contact, and they were like,
No, they're just
yo.
resourceful, and we're not resourceful.
Or
I was gonna make a stupid joke.
you can make a stupid joke.
Alright, I was gonna say I just watched this like documentary the other day. It's a 5-part series called Transformers,
Yes.
and I'm pretty sure like they explained it to me perfectly that the pyramids were built by
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, Josh Duhamel,
Just do it.
Josh Duhamel.
Okay, all right,
Megan
Shia
Fox.
LaBeouf. Like,
and then we had what's his name, Fast and Furious guy, Tyrese Gibson coming like, yo, I'm not doing this, I'm out. That's bad Tyrese Gibson.
Yo, I don't know who I am, but I'm out.
Like,
Honestly, though, I think that either the aliens helped them or they were able to tap into some like, I don't know. They were so at peace or at like one with their mind and making it smarter and figuring it out. Like, our scientists do that too. Like, don't get me wrong, we have all the technology and everything, but like to do what they did back then, like
It's insane.
It's like this, like you said, the stars with weights, with math, like what they were able to do. Like, they were some of the most brilliant
With shadows.
freaking beings ever.
They can tell the time with the shadow of the sun. Like I just think it's amazing.
Aliens.
Or like when I was hiking and when I went to Pinnacles in Northern California, and they like I love reading. Like people always pass by those little info sheets, but I love learning about Native Americans, and I think Native Americans are just like so incredible because they pull out a plant like it's kind of like a reed, like a really thick grass plant that comes out of the ground, but they don't use the thick grass. They pull the plant out of the ground and they use the root and they make baskets from it. And they make baskets out of the roots of a plant. Like how do you? This is a crazy tangent, but I also think it's the same thing of looking at an artichoke. How do people look at an artichoke and go, that looks delicious?
Oh,
That looks like a terrifying vegetable.
like how people like discovered stuff.
Yeah, I think Native Americans and how they make their like baskets and boats and stuff out of plants. I think it's incredibly
I agree.
resourceful.
I read Island of the
And, like,
Dolphins for sure.
Yeah, and I would love to go to somewhere like Thailand and not just go because it's cheap, but go to learn how to make Thai food and learn how to make things out of coconut husks. And like, I think that's so cool.
I think you're onto something. Like, that's a whole nother subject because I think it's really amazing. I do go back to like thinking about the Indians and how at one they were with the world, like with the planet, and how like it was a person, it was an object, it wasn't like not an object. I don't know how to explain it, but it was
You're
like
one and the
something.
same.
It was like it was like something.
Connection.
It was like,
An energy.
So connected, and like we don't even look at the planet as like that anymore. We just look at it as like we don't even look at it. We just do. We just have all these like, things given to us. We don't even think about like what it takes to have our luxuries and do our things we do, and like we're parasites.
Well, no, people actually like. There's been discussion. There's spirit like podcasts I listen to like with like Oprah and stuff, and they have these really deep spiritual conversations, but they pretty much level it down to just energy, which all people are just atomic energy. We're all based of human tiny cells that are even created out of energy, and the earth is held up by energy, and that's like what a lot of people are trying to practice and stuff, and that the energy around us is something that draws us to certain things and certain people, and creates reactions out of you. And I think that's what's so cool about traveling, is you go and you find that energy is everywhere, and everyone's just like you. So
Pretty awesome.
yeah, that's why I want to go places and like learn a craft or something. Like I loved going to Germany and learning about beer. I like learning about the wars.
See, I didn't think you were gonna go there. I thought you were gonna. I wanted to go I wanted to go different places and learn what different drugs do to you. And I thought see what that energy does to me. Where does that energy take me? But no, yeah, I guess crafts are the same thing. So you want to go take a basket weaving class?
Yeah, it'd be so cool.
You build your own basket out of roots. What if they don't let you take it back?
I bet you if I learned how to basket weave, I'd be higher on your list for the apocalypse.
If you had a root basket, yeah.
Like,
but
I
the
like
problem
to make
is,
stuff out of
the point I was trying to make just there was, the problem is if you made it out of roots in a different country, you probably are not going to be able to come back to America because they don't let you come back with any type of plans and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They check you for that on the highway. As you're going down the highway, if you have like a piece of lumber in the back, you're going across states, you're bringing something from Arizona into California, they'll throw that stuff out. You can't get into California with another piece of lumber. So if you think you're flying in from Africa with some roots, good luck. They're not going to let you get through customs.
I wouldn't fly with roots.
You're going to swim?
I'd use my raft.
You're using a raft? So you're going to make a basket, but you're going to make a basket so well and so fast that you have time to make a raft?
Well,
They're like, hold on, you're in the advanced class.
You guys would be dead by then, so why would you care?
What was of course, I'm gonna die so fast. I'm gonna forget to drink water and drink Mountain Dew and be like, oh, I'm all out of dew, and then die. And pass out from sugar and throw up on the rainbow, all over it. Yeah.
OD'd on Skittles. That's how he went out during the apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm getting out. I'm turning all pruny. Deuces, guys.
Thanks for having me on, Andrew.
Yeah.
You got any promos?
Cheers to being pruny.
Yeah.
SeatGeek, Ancestry.com, 1-800-4HYMNS. Those are all the ones I've heard on podcasts before.
Catch me
Brazzers.
on Instagram, Ali Tay with 3 Y's.
Follow me on Brazzers. You'll see me on there probably in about 2 minutes.
Follow me on LinkedIn.
I just created one today.
LinkedIn. Yeah, but seriously, follow me on Brazzers. I'll share my account with you.